Erudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing, high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is all about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
All right, let me turn that back on. Hey, it worked this time. Yay, camera for working. It's always fun when things stop working right before I stream. Hi, everybody. I'm Froste, and working on lore, and today, maps for the Legend Seeker world setting of Erudia, specifically the Godlands. And, yeah, it's been quite a day. Day off of work. But I've been checking work a lot. Because there were some things broken, just a little bit. Now we got another message. My God, stop bothering me, people. Okay. So anyway, hi, everybody. Here we are in the Godlands, and I'm working on a little seaside village, a little fishing village, a little place that I call Seabreak Haven. There may be a different map for this eventually, but right now I'm just working on it, playing around with the inlet, the little islands and things that make it a little home, a little fishing village. These people, the lost people of Thalassia. Ah, wondrous. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta get rid of this building. Camera, woo! Oh, Dave, you say that every time. Oh, dear, map making, not writing. It is lore. It is lore. The world requires maps. The maps create lore. After every one of these map making streams, I have specifically written like at least 2 to 3 pages of notes on all the awesome things that are happening in these villages. So shush. Everything is lore. All right, now this is going here, and we're going to be putting a little bridge. Over to it. Let's see here. Where are my docks? There's the docks. Do we like a thin little dock like this? We might want to make it a little bit bigger. Besides, I already wrote 2 chapters. Well, not 2 chapters. I finished off 2 chapters of notes and stuff that I was working on for Legend Seeker earlier today. Off screen. Yeah, we'll leave that there. That's cool. I like the little bridge going across. I'm going to add a couple little rocks next to it, though. Rocks! They're going to go down below it, though. Because nobody wants the rocks on top of the thing. All right, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to grab this guy. We're going to go tap, tap. There we go. It is now higher. I keep forgetting that there are hotkeys for some of these things. We're going to go with big monster rock here. Hopefully everybody's done with all their Christmas shopping. I have a friend who is not and is out doing it right now. I said to him 2 words, "You fool." Those were my exact words for him. Some people. How do I? There we go. I close that way. No, I really wish there was kind of an intermediate between those two taps. All right, I can make this a little larger and fill up a little more space. Boop. And that down there. We'll move those rocks down a little bit. Time to put Dave and Dragon under a wicker basket, I hear. Wait, yes. Short stack. No. He will not shush. He won't shush. Damn it. No. Put him under a wicker basket. The wickening. Is it a girl? Did you get him a girl? That's technically illegal, you know. I'm just saying. Those don't blend too well. I wonder if I can move this one down a tiny bit without it. That kind of fits in there. All right, I just wanted to give a little bit of rockiness to where that goes through. I wonder, now that I think about it, can I put, let me get to the biggish rock. I kind of want to put one of these down here, but under the water. So we got some, oops, underwater rocks here. Oh, that one's kind of sticking out of the water a little bit. We'll put it down a little farther. Make it feel like there's a little bit of a rocky something down under here. Up a little bit. Take this guy, move him down a little bit. Stick him kind of in the, oops, stick him in the sand a little bit, not all the way. There, we'll just round that a little bit. There we go. We got lighthouse. We got the beautiful place for the lighthouse keeper and his family to just, you know, sit out here and enjoy the, yeah, they probably don't enjoy their lives a whole lot because lighthouse keeper. Let's see. We got fishing nets and stuff like that. Let's go up. Let's find the tools. Oh, that's right. I've got keep height. We gotta go up higher. Okay, so we've got fishing nets and stuff. I still don't understand how this thing just looks so weird. It's like kind of laying down, but not quite laying down. I don't quite get it. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Let's see, where are our outside tables? That is not an outside table. That's a latrine. Fireplace, straw. Where's our... All right, we're going to put a little bit of a campfire out here because why not have a campfire where they work on stuff? They will not have a well. All right, so they will not have a horse cart or a hand cart. They could have a bird. We'll give them some citizens. No. Water plants. Crates, single crates. I thought the outside tables were up higher here, but I don't see them. I could search, but there was an update, so maybe he moved some stuff around. Maybe, oh, here they are. Table. That's not a good outside table. This one works better. Let's see, do we want to turn it though? I think we'll turn it. We're going to make it ever so slightly smaller. Because while they're out there working on their stoof. Dragon, not a cat. Yep. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, this basket is big. That calendar is disturbing, Dave. Disturbing, I will say. Disturbing. Nautical themed calendars are just disturbing. What you should have done He's had like Cthulhu rising up out of the ocean behind them. Just saying. And if you did have Cthulhu in one of them, I missed it. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else there. We are going to put a boat right here, though. Das Boot. It is going to be not this boat, but there we go. There's the small one I wanted. The little tiny boat here is going to be docked. Because that way they can go out and do their boat stuff. Fishing, the boating to fishing. This basket will. That wizard with the neatly trimmed neat beard. Yeah, sort of trimmed. It needs another trim again. Cthulhu wasn't a thing for me when I started making those pictures. Oh, fine. I just thought since it's nautical themed, they needed some horror to visit them. By the way, a lot of shipwreck pieces out here, so people pull that stuff apart for goods. So there's a whole group of people that do nothing but go up and down the coast and find shipwreck parts. So, yeah. Now, I thought, is it part of this group? No, it's not part of this group. There was a piece in here. I don't see it anymore. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, well, we'll figure that out later. Now, we've got a section of road here, and we are going to go with, let's see, which building type did we put in here? We need stone. These are the proud people of Thalassia, or supposedly of Thalassia. So, they still have their older building practices. Because these people claim to be descended from the people of Alaris and Thalassia, out, the beautiful island kingdom that were the beloved of Thalassa. And the sea people that had their great navies and whatnot. And these people still cling to that heritage. And why not? Why shouldn't they? Now, I think that's going to be in the way of those. Okay, good. That spaced them out. Let's see what we get in this segment. Can we fit a house? Oh, we can fit some houses right down by the water. They're a little close. Those are too close for comfort for me. Yeah, we'll go with a random assortment of a couple houses, but I think we'll just have one over here. So we'll just go until we get a random assortment. There we go. We'll go with that one there. That's a nice big house to have there. This side we can have a few more. We're going to have one outjut road that goes out around here. Let's see. We need this. And it goes out and it goes around, goes down, and it'll connect at an angle like that. But we're also going to add a small, where's my patternless path? Patternless path, the one I want? No, not really. That one doesn't work well. Delete that path. We're going to do the wide dirt road, but we're going to put it like this. And we're going to grab these pieces and we're going to scale it down a bit. So it's a little off jut onto the main thing on their main road. And there's the remnants of a paved road leading out of town. So that's the main road that heads all the way across and out through the mountains. Das Boten. Thank you for keeping that alive. The horror was the two of them. The horror was the bulge. Ugh. Let the neatness of the neat beard go. No. Real living world and the houses are just changing around them. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Oceanside bungalows. Where'd my house go? Oh, it changed. I'm so sorry. Crap. And then everyone laughs at old Mr. Filbert because he no longer has a house. Why is it not creating any houses on this side? Oh, interesting. That segment won't generate any houses. That was weird. Sometimes clicking on things in this editor just does some very intriguing things, I'll say. We'll just say intriguing. We'll go with intriguing. All right, let's go back to the houses. All right, this house looks like that's a cool front porch. So I think, oh, it put these little guys on here. I don't want those. Pop that one out, delete it. Pop that one out, delete it. Because I just realized that was putting non-tile roofed houses out there. That was putting crappy little shantytown places. This isn't some crappy little tiny village of miscreants. This is a tiny village of proud people holding on to a lost legacy that they'll never see again. They're fine. They're fine. They'll totally be fine. And there's not going to be one between those two because this is the ground where the tavern has stuff. So we're going to put a little fence there. Do we want a fence even? I think I'm going to put the tables out here. I'm going to see how it looks without a fence. So we're going to put, since people walk out of this side, they're going to want to get to the tables and sit in them easily. We're going to put a few tables out here. And then we'll put this one out front. Because there's the guys who like to sit out there and watch everybody walking past while they do their fishing stuff. And then I thought there was another... there's another variation. There we go. There's the other variation. Oh, no, that's not the one. Where's the... yeah, the empty one. There it is. And we're going to turn this one kind of this way. There we go. Because people will kind of hang out in this general area around this tavern and just kind of watch everything go on. So I think I'm actually going to move. No, they can see through there. That should be fine. That should be fine. Where's Bill's house? Oh, I moved 5 miles down the road minutes ago. Got up on the chicken legs and walked away. Changing my house when I'm using the bathroom. Oh, no. I will now carry this over to Moss's map making streams, especially when he undoes everything he did in the previous 30 minutes. There you go. That's the spirit. I like it. Torment him. He deserves all the torment. So this village is small. And the one thing that I can't quite capture in here is as you go farther down the coast, there are a lot of sea caves and hills and things like that where goblins and such live. So these people are going to have a couple of old military forts out here. Let's see. Is this the one that has the version of it? Come on, get away from me. That stupid bug is still alive in here from the other day. All right, so this one's going to be out here. It's going to be ever so slightly larger. And it will be across the way from this little island at the turn. And I think we're also going to make... we're going to try and add... I'm going to rotate this a tiny bit more. We're going to try and add stuff out here because there are scrub trees and whatnot. There's light forest and whatnot. But I think we're going to put a little fence along here. It's the rope. Where are my fences? I kind of wish these icons were a little bit larger over here. Maybe. So I had an Amazon guy come on by and he started driving down and I stopped him. I'm standing out there in shorts on the ice. I'm just like, stop. He stops and he just nods at me and starts trying to drive around me. I'm like, stop. I step in front of him. He like looks at me, rolls down his window, and I said, stop. Don't go over there. It's ice. It's ice. You're not going to make it. And he just like nods at me and I start moving and he like starts moving forward. I'm like, I finally got him to stop and get out and hand me the thing. And then he starts getting ready to go onto the ice to turn around. I'm like, stop, just back up. It was so frustrating. Almost as good as the guy who delivered groceries the other day who, or not groceries, but I got food. And he showed up and he started driving forward, and I was like, no, don't go down there. It's, it's icy. You're going to get stuck. And he's like, oh, okay. And he says, all right, cool. And he hands me the food, and he's like, oh, I just need to take a picture of it. And he's like, oh, well, I actually need a picture of your house. I'm like, that's right there. He goes, now I got to go up close to it. And I'm like, I'm telling you not to walk on this ice. And you're going to walk on the ice anyway. And he's like, I'm from Upper Peninsula, Michigan. First step, almost completely wipes out and plants himself. And I'm just like, oh my God, I caught him. And he's like, hey, you're not kidding. This is really slippery. I'm like, so I let him through the snow. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. We should probably walk on the snow. I'm like, you think? Finally got him up there. He walks up and goes, click, takes a picture of the porch, and then immediately starts trying to walk on the ice again. I'm like, and then he's like, oh, wait, snow. Yeah, snow. I'm like, oh. Humans, save me from humans, people. Save me from all of them. All right, where are my stupid fences? Are my fences in here only? Yes, they are only in here. Small wall around pillars, small wall with this. Yeah, we'll go with this. So they'll have a little bit of a remnant of a wall out here. Then we're going to add some plots. Lots of trees. And they are planning on adding, the guy said he's planning on, adding other stuff, but some of the things that we really could use is like different types of trees and stuff. So ice is slippery, yes. I might want to investigate a gate. Yeah, because when I put the garbage cans out there to block people just move them and try to drive anyway. I'm like, you dinguses. I don't know if anybody speaks English near me. I do. Yeah, I should put a sign up or something like the sign I had on the garbage cans. It said, do not come down onto the driveway. It is slippery ice. And the guy just moved the garbage can that the sign was hanging on. And the other guy who said, oh, you should probably put some salt on this. I looked down and I reached and grabbed the pile of salt because, I had the guy spread salt and there's salt everywhere. It's melting it, but it doesn't work that well because it's cold and then it's wet and it's cold and it's wet and it keeps melting and freezing. And I was like this. And he goes, oh, like that would be why there's big holes in the ice everywhere. I keep spreading it around and brooming it around, but you know how things work when they don't. Everybody's got so many helpful suggestions, so it's great. It's not that great. It's frustrating. All right, we're gonna put the market over here. Market. Where is the market? All right, the market is going to be kind of large. There. That's interesting. You put a bush there. We'll go with that one. That's kind of nice. And we'll put a little road going behind it. I'm just amazed that half of these people are not like dead in a ditch somewhere. There's so many opportunities for them to make the right choice, and most of the time they don't. They don't do it. They take all the wrong choices. Give me a little tiny building. A little baby building here. Let's turn this one around. Put this guy here. He's a little bit close to that guy. I kind of don't like that placement. I'll rotate him around this way once. See if this works better. This way they have the back of their houses together. And then out here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move this road ever so slightly like that. I'm going to move him over. So he kind of dominates the corner here. And that guy's going to be off center a little bit, which is kind of fun. Ooh, I should remove the ice from the driveway and keep it in the fridge. This is a good idea. A zip line in a basket. Ooh. I need to get the cats out there, and I'll put catnip all over the ice, and they'll go crazy scratching it. It will clear everything up. Be perfect. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's see if we get some better layouts here. Boring. Too one-sided. Need a more populated market. It's a bustling market of fishes. Hello, scam likely. I shall not talk to you, scam. Scammy Scammerton of the Scammy Scammertons from Scamtown. Branton. Yeah, I think we'll do that because what I'm going to do is add a couple more market stalls myself. Oops, nope. I don't want to make it too big. We're going to put this one here. Rotate this guy over a little bit. And I think we're going to turn this guy. He has one of the primo spots. He's like right across from the stable, selling his fish. What do you want to get at the market? How about some fish? Oh, brilliant idea. The market on the seaside. Get fish. Okay. I think we're going to turn this into a little one of those plots. Let's see what we get out of a plot here. If we do I'm going to do one of these plots. I want to see what this does here on the edge of the water. Got a little house in it. That's a silly plot. I don't like it. I don't like it, sir. We're deleting that plot. We could do a little garden, which would be a little strange. But if we put it next to this house, and then interesting how it does the crop line like that. It's literally like one crop line. So let's do that. Let's put a little pretend garden like this. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to do plant rows. We'll do our own plant rows. We'll do one of these. Let's see how close we can get that to the edge. And then that center row, I think we'll see, maybe we'll make it look like this. Like it's something planted in little things that are covered with straw. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. Now we're gonna start adding some docks off of these things because they need docks. Question I have for this dock is I can move it up and down. Oh, I can't scale it. There we go. Make it a little wider. The docks. They're for everybody. Where? I guess I'll just see stone stairs, wooden stairs, sewer. Now we'll don't do that. We'll do a little dock here. This is just a little pier for whoever that is. We're gonna do another one here, and this one's gonna be a little larger. We're gonna. I can't increase the size by doing it that way. Ah, that's too bad. I have to manually go in here and do this. These people are going to have their little dock, but they're going to have a crane sitting out here too, because they are working on something with a slightly larger boat here. And so we're going to enlarge this, and we're going to have a crane down here, if we can find our crane again. Crane! Why is it so hard to find the crane? Why am I not seeing it? Derp. Is it? No, that's not correct. There we go. All right, let's find the right crane here. This crane, this crane. That one's kind of cool looking. Yeah, we're going to go with that. We're going to put it down here. It's not to move stuff around and pack stuff up. We're going to give them a couple of wagons here. One of them's actually even got an animal attached to it. Look at that. Hippie kelp farmers putting kelp on their pizzas. Oh, no. Ice fork. No. Oh, I have command over the ice. Why do you think I have all the ice there? I want it there. These people suck. Bearded God laid out the plan for all things and was confused many times. Yes. It's like, oh my God, did you see Veronica selling kelp? What? Kelp? What's kelp good for? She eats it? No way. Gross God of confused cartography. Meh. Works well enough. They're using kelp for hair extensions. They're using kelp for food. They got kelp belts. Kelp this, kelp that. And the store is called Help Yourself. No? I think that's a horrible idea, and that is not going into the lore. So then again, neither is the Wickening. That was a joke. Just to be clear, everybody. The Wickening was a joke. Oh, we don't want a fishing vessel. We want the non-fishing version of it. Is there another little... There's a little boat? Yeah, we'll put a little boat here. Put it out a little bit. These guys are, like I said, tearing apart shipwreck parts. I'm going to ask Erudia to fire you. Woohoo! To the wizard glue factory. Excellent. Wizard glue is useful for so many things. I can't wait to tour the factory. That is so kelp. That will never catch on, Veronica. Oh, Veronica. Poor Veronica. She's trying so hard. It's she's what's the actress's name? The Lacey Chabert of The Village. We hate the witches unless they're sandwiches. Well, I do like a good sandwich. I do indeed. Well, it's a little bit large. Let's make it bigger. Oh, we can make that boat really big. Holy cow. I didn't realize we could make that boat so large. Would they have? No, they would have pulled in and they just parked it. Nobody backs their boats in, right? The Dark History of the World's Creation. Starring Veronica. Pretty soon she's going to find, try to make kelp tobacco and all the kelp supplements. It's going to be a thing. Why does it smell like burning ocean? That's Veronica. She thinks she's so cool. I'm going to decide if I want to put on one of these, if I want to put a little out jut. We'll stick some little boats. Baby boats. That's not a baby boat. Baby boat time. There we go. Baby boat. Baby boat with net. Other netless boat over here. And then the big boat more to the end. And we'll put one of these guys out here. We'll put him facing this way, though. And I think we'll put another building over here, too. Make it obvious why people would be over here. Yeah, let's slap that building right there. Just make it fit. I'm going to put this little guy here. I think we'll move or point the front there. There we go. Sandy, the sandwich. They ain't that rich to have a big boat. Gotta have that medicinal kelp. You got any more of that medicinal kelp? Ooh. It's kind of a disturbing thought. All right, we're going to add a little path out here that goes around this thing, but it's going to be, let's see, we'll go a small stone path. We'll go right up to it. That over a little tiny bit. Bring that angle in, that over, like that. Let's feel a little more natural. I kind of want to put a little workshop behind this. So I have that little workshop thingy. This is where the garrison does their work. And I have to put a garrison building out here because these guys will have their own little spot. I'll put one at the other end of town too. Here we go. So, oh, interesting. They still didn't quite fix the undo. Yeah, they kind of messed it up. It sort of still occasionally deletes things. So if I copy these, I should get these two buildings. Okay. Away from the road a little bit. We're going to put their garrison building like that. Have a little bit of a foresty area across the side here from them. Perhaps. I'm going to kick that down so it's very not dense. And we'll figure out the rest of that stuff in there because I think I'm going to try, and this may turn out to be just a huge mistake. I'm going to try a large field back here. But we want a version that doesn't have a wall. Yeah, take this and move it up here a little bit. Now we'll have just an unusual shape. We'll figure that out. So I kind of want this to be an orchard. That's sort of an orchard. I wonder if I can actually turn off the border. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That works better. Because this is where they're going to be growing things like, because over here they have a lot of stone fruit, but they also grow olives. Back the boat in. So easy. Float away. Bearded God created the world with perfection. Those were their creation. Yeah, he has a vague plan of creation. Toss some crap down. You're good. You're good. You're fine. You're set. All right, a district of craftsmen. Now, I've used one of these districts before, and it was crazily filled with stuff. Yeah, and it would do things like that where it would just actively, put a weird road at a strange angle and stuff. So it's interesting. It's a little weird, but it's interesting. So I think I'm going to keep one in here just as flavor, just to see how it works. And we're going to put another one of these over here. Hello, I placed that. That was weird. So a little bit of industry off to the side and outside the back of the town here. Because who doesn't like a bit o' industry? Some vague sense of tree-like things. We got a little bit of greenery growing around the outside edge of the town because this area is more like Greece and things like that. Greece and Italy, where you're going to find a lot of stony beaches and hills and small trees and whatnot and ruins, stuff like that. Because this is not the most hospitable, but it is a pleasant place. Not the most hospitable. So what are people's plans for Christmas? What are the plans? Sit at home, drink eggnog, go visit family? Sit at their home, drink eggnog? The west coast of Lake Michigan. Exactly. You're totally right. That's exactly what I'm going for. like how density of like 0.1 was a tree. There's that one tree over there. Oh yeah, that tree. All right, so we've got stuff there. We got stuff there. If we put stuff here, do I want to put? Let's see here quickly. Let's look at these things once. That is that. There was another. It wasn't the goods. Or was it goods? Wait. No, it's not it. Where are the crates? Where are the crates? I mean, those technically are like crates, but they're not. Chair. A pile of chairs. There we go. Single crate or crate. All right, we're going to go in here. We've got stacks of goods and stuff. I'm going to put a couple more here because this is an industrial area here. Oh, I just realized that there's a crane inside that building sticking out. There's a crane in that building sticking out too. That's kind of fun. Wonder if I were to put a... Ooh. Because we've got a well technically in the market. Trying to decide if I should put one somewhere else, like the back of... Oh, they've already got a well here. Never mind. They added one. Never mind. They've got it covered. You got the wood piles. You got that stuff. All right. So I'm going to look now at the little military thing here. I'm trying to decide if I want to put like a line of rocks or if I want to put a big rock and like a bit of a wall here or something. Make it just a little more likely that there's, you know, something in the way. Because then we can put wall, a little segment of wall that heads down towards the water. I want it to be offset to look like, you know, this used to be in a slightly different orientation, but this tower, I think I'll move the tower out a little bit, actually. Yeah. And I kind of like there to be the idea of a tent out here or something. But I wish there was kind of like a little guard hut or something too. There's really not a good lean-to, and the tents are a little weird for this purpose. I mean, that could work. I think I might put one of these over here like they're actually using it for just auxiliary storage or something. It could work. They've got their little ground here. Problem I saw with the ground, I tried to add some of the ground in here. And it ended up looking a little crazy. So I've been playing around with this stuff to kind of add little bits of rock and rubble and features and stuff. Where are the flowers? Not the flowers. Where are the bushes? There, or wait, is this stumps? Who's this one? There was one that was bushes though. Chimneys. There was a bushes. Campfire? Maybe it was only under the paths? Yeah, it doesn't... That's not going to do what I want. Because the tree is just trees. This one could work. Let's make some little bushes along the edge of the road. Put a couple of bushes next to the rocks. And a bush at the end of that bush near there. Little bits of things. Little bush growing next to this to show that it's been here for a little bit. I kind of think I need to put like a horse out here because I think we have an ox. We got a horse. We're going to have the horse is going to be, I think, tied up to this. Let's have his lead up there. I think we looked before. We couldn't really find a good trough or anything for watering horses and things. So we'll just pretend there's that kind of stuff. I think what we used before was like something like one of these containers. I thought we found a long container in here, didn't we? Maybe we didn't. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I could have sworn I found something like a bench or something that looked like a bench or a trough. Now I don't remember what I found. Wasn't a long crate. Wasn't that. That's a bookshelf. Give the horse a bookshelf. I'm Mr. Ed. Because the horse is a horse, of course. And we'll give him a bench to make it look like it's a trough. There we go. Totally. You can pretend that that's the trough coming down in a V shape like that. Yes! Eggnog and cooking a small roast, opening presents at home with wife and kids. Nice. Neck bone and rice. Neck bone. Never big on neck bone and rice because it's all bone and no meat. Well, wait. Who made the neck bone and rice? Did you make the neck bone and rice for yourself? If so, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Ooh, you know what? I just realized I could do something. We have straw. We have straw, folks. We got to find the right straw, though. And we will appropriately scale it down. And then we will move it down so it sits on that thing. Then put a straw bale next to horse, next to Mr. Ed. Look at that. He's got some straw. You can turn anything into anything else. Vague shapes work. And I will not lie, I've never heard of neck bone and rice. That sounds like a voodoo dish that Cajun Corey would make. I'm just saying. I've not heard of it. Let's see here. What else do we have here? We've got pieces of shipwreck. Yep. Pieces of that. We got these, which are goods. The main little village going on here. Got that. This area over here could use a little bit of help. I think we're going to make this end of the town. They have just a wooden fence. They don't have anything fancy over here even. But they do have it cordoned off a little more officially. Their wooden fence. And we will put their, we call it over here. Their workshop is catty corner. Ow. We're going to put some old pieces of ruins. We're going to put their, theirs across the way. Next to the trees and such. All right. And I'm thinking I want to put something right there. But what? Maybe some piles of stone, like it's all that ruins and bits and pieces of stuff. So we're going to do that. Where are the stone? It's chimneys. Is it? No, campfires. It's that weird shaped piece. There it is. That's the thing. That's what I need. All right, we need some of this. Grab this. Take that and bring it down a little bit, though. Boop. This here. A little bit of rock here. Bit of rock out this way. This here, but we're gonna then take it. Oops. Take it and move it down. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Let's get rid of that one. Oh. Yeah. And then we're going to put a little framework across this. Because we're going to put a little bit more of this stuff here, and this is kind of like a little footbridgey thing over it. I'm going to turn this one now. I'm going to terminate that. I'm going to take this, I'm going to rotate it a little bit like that, and a little bit like that. Maybe a bit more up here, maybe? Yeah. It's like old remnants of walls and things like that were out here. Adds a lot of flavor to it. Okay. Frost, I'm from the south. Okay. A lot of neck bones in the south? That what you're telling me? My great aunt used to eat the neck bones of every turkey and chicken and everything else that was available. And she's very German and from the north. So I don't know. What do I know, man? What do I know? I'm going to take this wall. Like a smidge. Take this. Move it like that. Okay, there we go. That works. We still got our ground in here. And so, like I said, these people are kind of put a campfire here because the guys who stand watch have a little campfire right at the edge. These people were originally part of a great group of people that lived out amongst the waves on their beautiful island kingdom. How far have they fallen? Quite far. Need any of that? Those. Nope. Don't need a chimney for anything. Trunks? No. I mean, we could cut some trees down, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of this stuff in, kind of make it look like whatever's going on. This is a little more bare because this is the main traffic. And then we're going to add a little bit of a path through here, a little bit of a footpath. Small stone path, small dirt path. So we're doing a small dirt path. Takes you around to the building. We're going to do another dirt path that goes around and connects in here. You guys get to hear my cats. My cats are amazing. They're not at all troublemakers. And yeah, the rest of this is going to kind of just look like rambled. And we're going to put some bushes and stuff along the outside of this fence. Bushes grow along things. So we got a little more sense of place here. There, we don't need a path. We're going to need a bit of something because there is going to be a bit of growth out here still, but it's going to be low. We're going to fill in a little bit more of this with some growth as well. Not sure what I want to do. I kind of want to put a, where's the logging camp? The logging camp thing in here to make it look like that weird bit of industry going on along the road there. I think that's kind of cool. We eat things. For lunch today, I ate the neck bone and back of a turkey. I smoked this peck. What is it with you people? Everybody's all neck bones today. It's a neck bone. Dave, when's the last time you had a neck bone? Saving the tallows. Ah, tallow is good. Tallow is really good. It is, it is, it is. So campsite doesn't make any sense. Market doesn't make any sense. We're going to do another logging camp kind of shape in here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, a little bit more work along town. We're getting some interesting stuff in Sea Breakhaven here. I'm going to have to check on Kitty Cat soon. Let me check and see what the temperature's down to. Like I said, they can go in and out whenever they want upstairs, but they like coming into the basement occasionally, so. I gotta. Okay. Might have to call my brothers. My late mom's boyfriend, common law husband, whatever the heck he was, who's not doing well. They admitted him to hospice, so I'm trying to find out from my brothers because they were going to see him how he's doing, but they're not getting back to me here. Then I've had people sending me messages today at work and my phone, other places, like about Vince Zampella, the guy from who was at Infinity Ward, who then went on to found Respawn after they kind of left Infinity Ward and Call of Duty franchise and Activision, all that stuff. And we're like, oh my God, it's horrible to hear, you know, how he died. Did you know him? And I'm like, yeah, I knew him vaguely. We talked like 3 times ever. So, I mean, it's sad. I feel bad for his family, but I'm not like completely devastated because I didn't know him that well. I just know of him. Like I said, it's been years since I talked to him. Many a year. Now, at that point, I think we were showing them how to do stuff. They were kind of new to some of the stuff that we used in engines that we've been using for years. It's been a somewhat somber season so far. I'm trying to think if I can add something else to this. I think I can do this. Oh, I thought that was the grass. Is this the grass? It's campfires. Where's my grass? I'm going to give them some little paths too. That doesn't let me select anything. Great. All right, let's just move that thing out of the way. We'll put it back down. I can't believe it doesn't let you get down through those. That's so dumb. Where is my part of this setup? Yeah, it's part of this setup. All right. Let's see. Do we want to orient it slightly differently than we had it? Kind of. Yeah, we're going to put it like that. We're going to move this right there. Yeah, actually, that feels weird now. Ah, kind of looks good, though. I like it. Dirt path. Neck, blood, or the bone. Try to avoid the bone. Just drink the blood. Yeah, it's a season. Ugh. Yeah, we'll put that on the path so it hides the fact that I can't get at the path anymore. So dumb. I think I want to put a path through there too, though. I think I do. I think I do. Make it look a little more used, like they actually go in and out of this stuff. Yeah. I think that works. Do we want to do something along this little road here? Now, if I want to, I could try and put a house out here. I want to keep it very sparse, though, because there shouldn't be a whole lot of people staying out in this area. Yeah, we're gonna do the little zone trick here to see if we can find something interesting to do in one of these zones here. Yeah, we don't want a border. What do we got? Doesn't look big enough to put much of anything in it, does it? I mean, it brings flavor to the region. Oh, that put the little houses out there. Oh, and it put some little crappy stuff. All right, these are the crappy little houses where people, the poorest of poor fishermen, live. Yeah. This is where the neck bone eaters live. Neck bone alley. It's literally a space between two houses. We're going to give them an ox. Because, you know, they need oxtail for their soup too. Right? Moo. Look, sea cow. Right on the ocean. These people have a tiny little dock too. We're going to do the path. We'll do the path. They have a tiny little dock with one tiny baby boat. Because they're the poors. In the poor village, this is the people that everybody else looks at and says, look at the poor people. Right? Oh, how do they live like that? They don't even have a bucket to go to the bathroom in. Like us, with our fancy wooden bucket. Neckbone Alley. I invest in Neckbone Alley. Get your neckbone here. None of that fancy kelp stuff. I kind of like honestly, now that I think about it, I kind of like the idea of there being a tent here, one market stall, where they sell their neck bones. All the neck bones. If you want neck bones, you got to go down off of Main Street, take the first right, head down till you see a dirt path. Not the first dirt path. That leads to the shipwreck where the people are harvesting. Go to the second on the stone path that leads to the lighthouse. Keep walking until you smell neck bones. Then you're going to find Neckbone Alley. You'll thank me later. I kind of want there to be, let's give them 2 cows. Yeah, let's give them a second cow. The other one will be a little tiny bit smaller. And we're going to put them in a tiny little pen. Fence was square pillar, fence was round pillar. They're going to be in a little penned off area. And we'll give them a little tiny gate. And the gate will be just open. Because, you know, they don't care. Their cow's not going to go anywhere. It's going to go in the ocean. Yeah, we'll give them some straw in here. You know, those people at the other end of town. I hear they don't eat fish all that often or kelp. They eat cow. If you can believe it. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. And we'll grab a bench here. I think if I can find the benches again. Is it benches under here? Where did I find the benches before? No. That was bookshelves. One of these had some options. It was under chairs? I think it was under chairs. Yeah, there we go. We'll do the bench trough again. Trough bench. Petra. Neckbone Alley. I invest in Neckbone Alley to keep the people there pouring up to only eat neckbone. Need to make stock. Great neckbone here. What is this? Minnesota directions? Well, kind of. Like how me having neckbone and rice, which I don't even like, spawned this. Well done. Ox drowns itself to get away from you. You just see boobles. Everybody's like, oh no, old Millie's gone to drown herself. Better pull on the rope. Get her back up here. Oh, by the way, Chrysanth, on Void Train, I played a little bit today, and I unlocked the cleaning station, and I assigned Kyo to it because his laboratory skills were going waste and somewhere else. So I put his laboratory skills to use in the cleaning station. So Kyo is now literally the janitor of the train, while Tomix is the machine gun nut on the front. Perfect. Perfect. Oh boy. Cats have decided it's Grand Prix racing time. They're like, listen to us Zoom. Are we not the best? Like, well, you're something. I don't know if you're the best. Well, you're definitely doing things. There we go. We got a whole bunch of stuff there. That doesn't look very good, though. What happens if I take this and drag it across the road? What kind of a monstrosity do we get here? Kind of crosses the road and covers the road up. I don't like that much. We're going to do this. We're going to pull this over here. We're going to pull that there. We'll let it be that area. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. There's something in my eye. Shoot. Get a message back. Not hearing anything back about that. Woohoo! I was janitor too. It was not the best job I ever had because it was in college. And college students can be gross. You may not know that, but college students can be disgusting. I was astounded to find out that college girls were even messier than college boys. I have no idea if that has to do with the fact that it was this first time that some of these girls had been away from home and they just didn't know how to clean up after themselves, or if they didn't care because somebody else was supposed to clean up after them. I don't know. It wasn't pleasant, let's just say. I'm going to see what would happen if I put a cottage thing. I don't like that. That doesn't look good. Delete that. I don't like that. We're going to put a forest plot. Oops. Back here. It's going to kind of bound the back end of this part of town. Going to go out a ways and come back around by this building. And we're going to keep the density low like that. We're going to have a little path go out. Do we want a path going out there? Nah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. We're going to fill that one in. We're going to take this over. We're going to kind of merge these two a little bit. There we go. The orchard kind of bleeds into the area out here. You go too far, you hit the trees. And if we put another house here. Hated being a janitor. Girls in general are messier than men. It's amazing because a bunch of women I know are, you know, rather fastidious about certain things. The bathroom, kind of, sort of, but also not. I don't know. Men's bathroom is dirty, but it's structured. The women's bathroom looks like a crime scene. Yeah, kind of. Woohoo! It was astounding. The things I saw. Oh. All right, we got a lot of the basics. Now, this area out here is going to be rocky and whatnot. I tried to do this before. Let's save here really quickly. I tried to do this before with the ground with rocks, stones. I tried to do one of these before. Where I started putting, you know, the curvy bits and all this stuff on it. I made it kind of look like it's I wish I could do this to all the points at once. But progress, not perfection, right? And then what I did was I took this whole thing and I made it taller. You can see what that does, that pushes it out like that. Because then I had to start, you know, pulling it in because it made this kind of weird hill shape. But it does not have a smooth edge. It doesn't fade. It doesn't do anything. It literally is just this hard-edged thing. That then you have to try and hide with other stuff. So, I mean, you can make hills and you can make promontories and stuff. It's just not very elegant. Not a very clean way to do things. Such one of my other brothers who just said he's, oh, I got another message who said he may be not coming to the Christmas stuff because he's not feeling well. This will be an interesting year. And you may have noticed there's a big square here. That's because this map is only supposed to be this area. You're not supposed to see the other area. Let's see. Okay, traveling. Okay. And the majority of things that people would see in the village is, well, this. So yeah, I can't really decide if I want to play around with this type of thing or not. I kind of wish, oh, you could make it. Oh, why would you do it that way? That's really weird looking. You could turn it into just a raised flat thing, or you can make it have cliffs. It's a really setup. I'm not gonna lie, it's very weird. Because if I pull this down, I mean, regardless, it doesn't quite fit the aesthetic of anything else in here, and I don't quite understand why he has them set that way, because it just looks so weird. I'm just gonna take it back out. I think what I'm gonna do in the meantime is just put a plot of sparse trees out here. Kind of, you know, showcase the edge of everything. And then we'll do some lumberjack plots. Kind of fill it with just detritus. Kind of wish there was a plot that was like beach crap. What if I could create one? Create my own plot. And just make it have generic junk. Maybe I'll do that. To do something once. I'm going to try this. If I put it underwater like that, it still technically puts stuff floating, which is a little weird. But if I pull it over, it's not as bad. If I take this one and angle it a little bit. That. Interesting. Okay, let me save that once. Okay. Oh, okay, my brother just keeps sending the same message over and over. I think that's a mistake. Just have to send a message. Oh my gosh, phone. Let me type the word I want. Okay. Sending that to that person. All right, so we've got the lighthouse. We've got the other little rock here. I haven't put anything on this rock because it's just gonna be a rock that people could go out to if they really wanted to go hang out on it. But I'm trying to decide. I've got tavern, I've got stable, I've got all the dwellings of the normal people here. I think we'll consider this probably the guy who's in charge of the mayor's house. And the rest of this is just, you know, the military outpost on the either end of the village. Trying to decide. I think I need to put one over here too, though, now that I think about it. Gotta. People are trying to call me, and I'm like, no, I'm finishing up my stream. We did have an issue with Phantom for the bathroom, women's bathroom every single time. Wow. We had some people who did things in the bathrooms at my work that disturbed a lot of us, and we're all like, who would do that? And there was a name for the person, and then people were like, that's very mean. You got to stop calling this person that. Which we replied, how's this person going to know? Because it was a person who didn't work in our part of the office. It was another business in the same building. And oh boy, what a mess. And now this is on the main road, so I'm giving them an actual stone fence for their kind of almost an enclosure. People who come through town go through this little walled area. It's not like the most frightening place ever because it's going to have the hedges and whatnot are growing around stuff because the stuff's been here for a long time. But still, be intimidated by our hedges, folks. think we'll put the working station there too. Yeah, this way he can look at the road while he's working. All right, we're going to put a campfire out here for these gentle folk. If I can find the campfire again. Campfire? There you are. Let's see. Let's find a different. This is a rained campfire. Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll make it a little larger. And we're going to put a couple of those little old benches out here. We're going to find the chairs. Is this the chairs? That's chimney. Where are my chairs? Chairs, there they are. We're going to put, let's see, we got a bench, a bench, a bench, a bench. We'll go with this. We're going to put a couple of these guys out here so they can sit around their fire and stand guard and patrol and wander back and forth. And I think since you got the horses over there, we don't have to put anything over here, but I think we might store some goods over here. So I think we're going to put a tent. Let's see, which tent do we want? This guy again. We'll do this one. We don't want one of those. That's a weird looking tent. Yeah, we're going to stack some goods over here now. Some crates and crates. Put some back there. We'll put some there. We're going to have some stuff stored back here. Now for some paths. Paths, 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 and pathity paths. Go. Get this one down to here. Do pathing around and into there. And then we're going to do one more path that will probably go back into there. Yeah. But path, obviously, nice dirt path there. And we're going to put some grass and stuff in here. There it is. Put it there. Go. Put something there. A little bit of these. A little bit of one of them. These. Little plant there. Better nip on through a few of these here. Oops, that's the same piece. Don't want that one there. I don't even want that one there. I think I'm going to park something here. What am I going to park here? Like an ox cart? Put a horse cart here. Got our little military what's it stopping people from going in and out of the town. They don't have a lot of towns, so. Plot thickens. The plot thickens. All right. Oh, that's right. I'm going to go check on cats. Let me do that really quickly. Here, enjoy chair. Enjoy chair. I'll be right back. I mean, don't enjoy the chair too much. Chair is boring. Chair is super boring. Boringest of chairs. All right. I'm going to move this over. There we go. I'm back. Later, chair. Chairs are the best streamers, especially wet one. Wait, what? There's the weight of the creator. Boom, boom. All right. I have to send a message to someone else. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if I'm playing my in real life game after this tonight. I don't remember. I'm waiting for them to get back to me on that now too. Why did I get pinged over here? Oh, interesting. They updated something on my phone, so now I can see when people are typing. I've got at least 2 people typing to me right now. Oh. Okay, that good answer, but I don't remember why they were answering. They're like, no, because we're doing this right now. Like, sorry, I don't have your schedule memorized. Okay. People doing stuff. What you gonna do? All right. Well, that means I'm free if I feel like streaming something tonight. I could. I don't know what I would want to play. I could play some more Void Train. I could jump back and start a new game of Satisfactory up from scratch. Since my old save game got corrupted with their update. I don't know how that happened, but that's happened to me 3 times or 3 different times when they've updated. Not like I lost a lot. It's just, you know, it's enough. It's enough that it's annoying. All right, let's see. We got lighthouse. We got these. Got neckbone alley. We got the ship breakers. Got the people running the orchard back here. Thinking I'm going to put a little path in there for parts to go through. Maybe we'll kind of run along the edge of the whole thing here. And then I wonder if maybe I can take a little turnaround in there. Yeah, there we go. Got a nice little cart turnaround in there. Peter that off into that direction, this direction, pull this off in here, and thin it down to almost nothing. Then we'll put at the end there, we're going to put, hello, Calvino. Hi, buddy. You want to come up and say hi? Come here. Hey, buddy, come here. You just looked up at me like an otter or a seal. Because your eyes are so big and black right now. You're basically all pupils at the moment, buddy. Hello, fantastic. Merry Christmas. Welcome home. I blame game developers. Me too. You have to totally play real life after this. No. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Did you have a good adventure outside? I saw you and your calico pal out there. You too. She was stalking cardinals and you were helping her. Don't eat the cardinals, okay? They're very cool birds. Okay? He's just blinking at me. I'm like, okay. Danger kitty eyes. Yeah, exactly. You are so good at getting burrs in you too, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I got to remove this burr from him. It is embedded deep in his little fur. Here we go. Right in the garbage. Ah, the danger kitty eyes. Ah. Oh, but now he's curling up like a teddy bear on my lap. Doing the grab my arm between all four of his legs while I scratch his ruff and his tummy. And he's just like... All right, buddy, what else should we put by the orchard? What do you think? We've got... I think I'll put a wagon or two out here with goods in them because they're going to have to be transporting olives and whatnot. I kind of want to put something out here that looks like a work area, like they've been doing, you know, oil pressing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I might have to put some things together. Figure that out. Let's see. Carts. Let's find a cart. That has a couple of barrels in it. That kind of works. This one, got a couple things in there. We'll put this one here. We're going to put one down at this end too, but I think we're going to do, this one has a dude in it and he's going to be actually on the path. We'll say on the path. There we go. And let's see, maybe we can find, if we find some, got a hand cart too. Guy with a hand cart? Yeah, we'll bring him over here. He's bringing stuff directly out of the orchard right now. Hey, buddy. I'm assuming you call them, you know, a grove of olives, like an olive. Well, maybe it's a grove. I don't know. Instead of an orchard, I don't know. Let's see if we can find some barrels or devices. Ooh, that looks like a thing. Let's put a few of these here. Yeah, this will be perfect. This will be the area where they're pressing everything. There's going to be all kinds of, whoops. We're going to copy this. We're going to put more of these out here. Oops, 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 oops. We can do this. We have the ability. Barrels under the overhang here. We're going to copy that one. We're going to put him here. Oh, I was like, what is tickling my hand? The a Calvino foot. All right, now we got to find some of those scaffolding things. What were they called again? Not the decks. The frameworks. There we go. All right, take these and we're going to move them down. No, don't want to move them up. I want to move this thing down. So it's underneath. All right, and we're going to copy that. And we're going to get another one here. These things are set back a little bit. We're going to put the other little frameworks that we have in the front and lower. How do we want to do this? I want to rotate these and bring them down. They go underneath. And, I want it off kilter too much, but it needs to be off a little bit. Otherwise, it looks weird. So they'll roll the carts up. Can't do all three of these at once. Never mind. They'll roll the carts up onto these things, and then they'll have the vats and things behind them. So I'm going to look and see. I'm going to use those things that look like benches. They'll make them look like troughs again on the chairs. Let's see, we can find these. We'll do this. We'll make it look like these are some kind of attachment thingies. Oh, nope. All right, we gotta scale that down a little bit. Yeah, we'll put one there. We will copy it. And we will copy it again. There, we've got the beginning of our olive presses here. Hi. What are you looking at, bud? Neck brine? No. This is ocean water? Yeah, it's a coastal village. Yep. It's kind of like a Greek or an Italian place, yeah. Gallows? No. No. These are olive presses. We're making the oils. Let's see, what other devices are in here? It's not technically a device, but we'll take it. They're going to have lots of olive oil storage out here. Hey, buddy. Hi. Yes, I'm giving you scruffy snuffles. Hi, buddy. Yes, oh boy, you're happy. You're like, please do that more. Hi, buddy. Yes. Look at those fangs. Oh, the danger of playing with the fangs is he eventually goes, hi. And then he goes back with his eyes closed to sleep like, yeah. The calories are for neck breaking to press the neck out. The neck oil. Okay, Oliver. I'm just looking for neck oil. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You seem really happy. You seem really pleased. That makes me scared that you're going to attack me all of a sudden. Now, what I wish I had were some big bins. cans. Make it look like olives were in them. But I don't think there's anything like that, really. That was quite a noise, Calvino. What are you doing? Oh, you know what I could do? Ha ha ha. Oh, hi, buddy. You're moving my chair with your movements. Hi, what's up? Where are you going? What you doing? Oh, you just want snuggles from a different angle now. Okay. Ah, you're a nice little hot water bottle. A fuzzy hot water bottle right now. Okay, you're going to sphinx in this direction now. Got it. Nice how super uber duper duper soft he gets in the winter. We're going to do this. Oop, that didn't. That's not right. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this over a little bit, so it's only one. There we go. There, we got some little olive pit storage things where they can just shovel their unripe olives in there while they're waiting to do stuff with them. Now, I don't think I have any way of making it look like stuff because I think I tried this before with doing this with dirt. And it mostly just looked, yeah, it looked like I put grass in there. I mean, I could try and raise it slightly. But it raises it in all directions. So I got a pile like that. Yeah, I won't be doing that. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do that. But what I'm gonna try, here. Let's see how crazy you guys think this is. All right. Oops, nope, we don't want that. All right, we're gonna. They're called stone fruit, right? Aren't they? Are they like stone fruit, like a peach? Yeah, I think I have to do it the other direction since it's a square. I think there's a little pile of them in here. Oh, that's not a very good one. How about this? They're too big. Those? No. How about these? Weird. Oh, these could work. There. Totally piles of olives. And this is not neck bone storage. Nope. They don't make neck brine here. They're not neck briners. I'm sorry. Did I touch you where you just did a bathing? You just looked at me like, why? I just licked that area. I'm sorry, pal. Oh, okay. He forgives me. He just put his head on my hand and like went. Oh, buddy. Yes. You're a good cat. Yes, you are. How are we doing on time here? Oh, man. We've got 4 minutes left. Well, I hope you guys had fun with me making Seabreak Village. This place sees some goblins trying to hit the edge of it and here and there. But most of the time, the goblins aren't stupid enough to bother with the village because, well, they have soldiers. But occasionally, the goblins will try and sneak in and steal stuff at night. So, yeah, play around with some stuff. Hey, Calvino, can I have my hand back? Can I have my hand back? Hi. Yes. You're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. Here, let me give you extra scritchies behind the ears. Cat. How you doing? Can I get a meow out of you? Ralph? No? He's just giving me blinky eyes. Okay, buddy. Come here a second. Come here. Come here. I know. You want to snuggle down. Hi, buddy. Okay. Hi. You comfy boy. You happy, right? I'm going to stick your face in my beard. No, he's going to fall asleep. How about you don't fall asleep in this position, huh? Oh, dear. There went the cat wheel. Kaboom! That you could see his ears go. Ah, Calvino stream. Exactly. Hey, buddy, are you gonna? You look like you're doing the Irish goodbye, where you just slide off my lap all of a sudden and just flurp and you're gone. Is that what you're gonna do? The Calvino goodbye, the Italian goodbye? I don't know. Okay, now he's back on my lap. Whatever. All right, citizens of Neckbone Alley. I am going to be around. I don't think I'm going to be around tonight or tomorrow night because I'm supposed to be going to my brother's as long as work doesn't get me. And I will not be around on Christmas night, of course. So there is no Frostewritten on Thursday. I believe we're on for Strange Eons on Friday. Italian goodbye is 2 hours of conversation until people throw you out. Hey, that's like a Midwest goodbye. You're still there the next morning. Well, we should go. Yeah, we should too. Hey, did you hear about Donna and Veronica? Veronica's trying to make kelp happen. All right. Well, I'm going to get the heck out of here. And I might be streaming something on my channel a little bit. I will, well, if I go live, you'll know I'm streaming. If I don't, you'll know I'm not. It may not be action-packed adventure. It may just be laid back crafting or something. We'll see. So, all right, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to give Calvino some more little scritchy scratches on his ruff. And I will talk to you all a little bit later. Thanks for coming on by and have a very Merry Christmas. And enjoy time with your family. So, or don't enjoy it and enjoy the solace after you get back from your family. Either way, enjoy something. So I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you all later. Have a good night.